Hello, let's do a bunch of daily word games. I'm doing this a bit late today, but as an advantage, I saw that Scott released a video that did the Dordle, Quordle, and Octordle, so why don't I start with that too and see how I compare. I obviously haven't watched his video yet. So let's do the daily Dordle, and I'm going to start with my favorite good word, stare here. Ooh, that's quite nice. I think I should just get new letters at this point, because both have S and A in them. But I'm not about to start limiting what info I can get by reusing those at this point. So let's get some really good follow-up letters here. I think I want consonants. So I want the L for sure. I don't know why, but clown comes to mind. So let's do that. Okay, that was actually really nice. I got the L in this word, and there's this word has a W in it. I'm guessing it's S-W-A. It could be swamp. What else could it be? Actually, I kind of like swamp. I'm going to go for it. Oh, close. Okay, let's look at this right word. Well, hold on. What is this? Swamp. Oh, it's swami. Yeah. Okay, let's look at this right word now. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Because the L doesn't go second. We have all our letters, M, P, L, S. But the L isn't second. Ah, psalm. That's a good word. All right, I can see why people liked the Dordle today. I think I did well on it. All right, swami and psalm. Two very interesting words. And let's move on to the Quordle, and I will start with Swami and Psalm, despite that being not a great start. Okay, so we've got ALM here in yellow. So it could be, L second, but then where does the A go? I'm wondering if it's AL. It would be ALM, the M would be forced into the middle. And I honestly don't know how that would follow up. So I'm just going to get letters. I think I do want consonants. Sorry, I mean, I said the opposite of what I meant to say. I do want vowels, at least the E. But maybe I can do like an OE word, like not chose, but everything I think of has an S for some reason. I'll come up with something in a second. I want TRO something E, probably. But trope is gone. Is trone trone happens to be a word? I will take it. Okay. What did we learn? Not a whole lot about that bottom left word. We learned that this word has an E in it. So now I'm thinking, what? What am I thinking? M-A-L-E? That doesn't make sense. Or L-A-M-E? Or A-L-M-E. None of those make sense to me. Let me take a closer look. I can't do L-E-A, but I could do something L-E-A, but then M can't go at the end, so it would be M-L-E-A, which makes no sense. So I do think the E and A are separate, unless we start with E-A, but that seems a bit strange as well. The M would be forced here, and the L would be forced at the end. Doesn't look good to me. So we could definitely start with AM, and then E, and then end in L, but that doesn't look good either. Maybe I'll pick a different word to look at this point. Could this bottom right word end in ITE is a good question. And if you're seeing a different word that's obvious, I apologize, but I can only focus on one at once. I don't think ITE looks good. I can't do ST though, so let's look at the top left word. I haven't really looked at that one yet. Something but we can't do a vowel in the middle. Well, unless it's a U, but then we have 3 vowels in the word, which is not too common. Maybe I should test L second, and I should try to get some of these letters placed. Can I do like something LE word, just to see if the E's in the, if this is an LE word like this? I know it can't be, right? Unless it's ALE, but then M can't go anywhere. It can't be an LE word. Something LE. This could be a something L word, but if it was, I'd have to put a vowel after that, and only U would be available, which doesn't seem good either. So maybe I don't put L second. Maybe I just ignore the L for now. I should probably test the U. Oh, I'm seeing a word for this one of all things. I'm seeing could. And honestly, it tests some interesting things that I kind of want to test anyway. So because it could be the answer, I'm going to go with could. Ah, it wasn't. Really unfortunate. It did tell us quite a bit, though, so that's helpful. This starts with C. Camel. How did I not think of camel? Well, now I have. There we go. Okay, so this top left word seems interesting now, because it's O and then A-L. Like vocal, but there's no C. Or tonal, like think something like that, but I'm assuming it doesn't start with A-O, so I think that the A is almost certainly fourth. But I don't know, is hovel I think is E-L, it is. So I don't know, I can't think of a word. Well, let's think of some of these other words. Okay, this bottom right word has a U in it, so I think it's quite. That's a good ITE word. Nice. So I was right about ITE, I just didn't think of quite. Not sure I would have gone with quite anyway at that point. Okay, so we confirmed the L's at the end, but we kind of knew that. I guess L could have been at the beginning, so that's fair. Ooh, is it actually local? No, there's no C. Sorry, it's not local. Let's look at the bottom left word. There's a D. Where's the O go? Does the O go at the end or the beginning? Is it oddly? I think it must be. Yes, it is. There's a Y. It's not at the end in this word. Loyal. There we go. It does start with L. Nice. Yeah, I can see why some people struggled with this one. These are some odd words. And camel. On our Discord server, camel is, at least in my Sudoku streams in my Discord server, camel has become a bit of a meme for some puzzles. So that's cool that camel ended up the answer. All right, let's do the Octordle. I'm going to pick one of these words to start with. I'm going to start with camel. I have to. So we'll start with camel and go from there for the Octordle. All right. I like these results quite a bit. I think I should get all new letters, though, and I think pouty stands out, although I could get the S and T and R as well. Strip. Let's do strip. That was not as good as I thought it would be. Not a single one of these words has S, T, or R in it. Extremely surprising for Octordle. Okay, did we learn anything interesting, though? Honestly, not really. I think we should do one more filler. We have 11 guesses and 8 words, so there's no reason to jump on. Although I wouldn't mind guessing pouch, because this bottom right word could be pouch. And it does get me the 2 vowels I need, O and U. I mean, I'm sure there are other things it could be, but I'm going to go for it. It's punch, maybe? Yeah. Okay, well, that one's taken care of. How good was pouch? Not amazing. So this word, unless it probably is a ULLY word, like fully, dully, fully. I think I need to take care of that before, well, we could, if I'm sure about other words, I can guess them, because that'll just get me more info. But at some point, I need to use my last filler. No, I have 2 more fillers, but I need to use my last one to figure out the Oli trap here. So let's look at the rest of these words first, but maybe not guess any of them. There's an N in this one. And again, I think there's probably going to be a repeated E. Oh, is it kneel? Ooh, kneel is a dangerous guess here. Let's look at what else it could be, because it could be N-E something E-L. Not Nexel, obviously, but I don't think there is a word like that. Not newel. Apparently newel's a word, but I don't know it, so I'm never going to guess that. like Neville. Apparently Neville's a word too. I'm not guessing those. I'm gonna go with Neil. Nice, it was Neil. Okay. Didn't tell us any more about this word, unfortunately. But it did get us that answer, so it's good. Okay, this one's a big scramble. All yellows, N, E, I, and H. Couldn't have thrown me a bone with one green at least. What's this doing? This letter's not a vowel. I still haven't introduced Y, by the way, but I don't think there's a Y in this word. It feels like it ought to be H second, with like a new consonant before the H. But if I did that, then this would have to be the I, probably. And then I'd have to do N-E. That actually looks really good for words like shine, but there's no S. Wow, how does that work so well, but then not have an answer? Wine. I think it's wine. It is. Nice. Figured it out. Still haven't reduced this at all, but I mean, we aren't running out of guesses because we're getting answers. Okay, this one has an O and an E placed now, and the N placed because we've tried it everywhere else. So it's N-O, and then there's an L somewhere, and we end in E. Oh, that's weird ending in L-E, isn't it? Could it be L something E? What is this word? E-L would make a lot more sense than L-E. Oh, noble. Yeah, noble. Okay. Easier than I thought. Okay, well, this L has told us there's an L here, so that's reinforcing U-L-L-Y. But we still haven't gotten any of the... Well, bully is ruled out, so that's nice. Not bully anymore. We still have fully, gully, dolly. So let's keep looking at these words. Because maybe one of these words will happen to use the letter it is, and then we won't have to use a filler. That's what I'm going for here. A, E, and C, and we're a bit limited where they can go. So something E, maybe C, A would make the most sense to me. Can't be fecal, can't be decal, there's no L. So what do we end with? Oh, decay. And that'll get us the Y for fully, just to double check. Nice, and it's not dolly, that's good to know also. This has a D in it. I think this is gaudy. It is. Ah, and this gives us goalie. Nice, that worked out. And then, so I didn't have to do a filler for the Oli trap. And this one we should be able to figure out. Supposedly. Something L-A-M is what I'm thinking, but... Oh, there's two L's. Never mind, where did the two L's go? There's one A and there's two L's. It's not small, but it feels like... Oh no, the L's don't go at the end. It's llama. That's fun. I don't think I've ever seen llama in any of these games, but that is a super fun Wordle word. Okay, let's do the Polygonle. This is the daily... This is the Polygonle, daily 204, and I have Hexpert enabled. And it's a 6-letter word today, so I think we have good chances of Hexpert solving this. What would ing look like? Ni... Niping. I don't know. I don't think this is a thing. Let's look at something else. So... S-T-T-S-Y? Statsy? Not a word. No. Maybe it does involve a vowel. What would E here look like? E T Y or S? Tenets. I think tenets is a word. It is. I got the E correct. There is a T, but it's not this repeated letter, so we're very limited where it can go. Let's look at T here. And then, well, we don't end in S, though. So that significantly limits us. I wonder if it would be like NT. Oh, there's no N. Sorry, not NT. LT? Levelt. No. Not LT. I actually really like T here better. I'm sure we can come up with something. Could we end in Y? Metami, letali, petapi, detapi, detadi, retari, wetawi. I don't know. I don't see it. Ugh. This is not going to be a vowel. I don't see how it could possibly be a vowel. Because like AE to EA or OE to EO, it just doesn't make sense. So this is going to be a consonant. Maybe detid. I feel like I'm so close, but I don't see it. How do I do this? This could be a vowel. Like an A? Or an I or something? I'm not seeing anything for this, so maybe T goes at the end. Could it be CT? Select with a C? No. I like L here, actually. But maybe not with... What if we ended in RT? Oh, it could be a re-word. Revert is a word. Did I get it? I got it. Got it in 2 with Hexpert. All right. That took some time, but I did figure it out. So there we go. Nice solve. All right. Let's move on to the Xordle here. And how have I... Oh, revert. So how do I turn revert into a 5-letter word? Rever. No. Okay. We'll not do it then. How about avert? That's a good start. Ooh, that's a very good start. So there we get the B green as well for our hard mode here. I don't think these are all related. Let's use the EA and get all new letters. Like SEA maybe, or I don't even know if I like that. Maybe E and A like that, or A and E like that. It's not an ER word though. We could try an EY word or something like that. EL. Not naval. What if we did noble? We had that earlier. Just E at the end, which is kind of nice. N, O, B, L are all new. So, oh no, B. No, I don't want to use the B. The B actually is not new. It's green here. Darn. Let's think of something else. Nosy. I like nosy. That's better. Okay, so we have not placed the E yet. Maybe it goes at the end. We now know the A is not second. That's kind of useful. So had I used the A second, I didn't know this, but had I used the A second, it would have been redundant with this word, which might be basic at this point, but could be a bunch of things. Basil. So, I mean, could this word just be shirt? Do I try shirt or skirt? I think there's options. Let's start with S. Let's try something like S. SL. Slope. I want to do slope. That'll move the O. It'll move the E. It moves the S. I like it. Okay, the S and the O are placed now. E is still not placed, but we know that the first letter is a B and S. So the E is second, and I think it's going to go with the B, because we can't put A or O second. I guess we still have U and I to work with, but we have 8 of our letters already. So I'm thinking we're going to do BE. I don't know if the BE is going to end with RT or not, but I don't think it's going to be BEO. So, oh, I think we have sport already. Let's do that. Yes, and this is balls, maybe? Sports often involve balls. All right, so we have BE, and then there's an A somewhere. And we don't know anything else. Oh, what has to do with sports, though? Sports and balls, BE with an A. It's not began. B. Oh, beach. Beach, beach ball is a sport, I guess. Ball's beach sport, yeah. So here's our picture. Let me zoom out so you can see the picture. Yeah, and it's just volleyball, which makes sense. Beach volleyball, nice. I like that. Submitted by Liz P. Very cool. I think that's a great solve. That worked out very well. Avert ended up being extremely good. All right. Let's do the daily symbol. And as always, I start with Blaze. Ooh, okay. I like to think the E's at the end. So we probably have like A and then E. That would make most sense to test first. What cache comes to mind for reasons? But let's do paste. Nice. So I got the A and the E placed. So, but it's not paste. Let's do cache. It just came to mind, so not cache. Okay. Still just AE in place. What else do we have? This is tough, actually. Gauge? There's gotta be something better, but I'm gonna do gauge. The G is correct. What am I missing? I should have done carve instead of cache, to be honest. No, that was carve, but... Gaff? Nice, it was gaff. Okay. Got it in 5. Unfortunate. Now we have to have our 3s catch up even more. Our 5s are going to hit 150 before our 3s can catch up for sure, but let's see how we can do there. We'll continue later. Let's do the daily fusel. We'll do these 2 fusels, and that'll be the games for the day. So this O is preset. Otherwise, we can guess whatever we want. I don't know why I want to do Taurus. Hey, nice. Got the R and the S. Let's do an S-E-R word just to try to place those. And these can be literally anything, just not sneer. Actually, if I do sneer... No, we don't know there's an E, so that doesn't help. If we knew there was an E, then sneer would be great. But we don't know there's an E, so it's actually terrible. Is spire a word? No. Spire. What's going on with my cursor? Spire with an I is a word, and that doesn't matter what we use second and third, so. Alright, it's not an ER word, that's good to know. The S is somewhere else. There's no O or U or E, so there's probably an AI. Ooh, raise would have been a great thing to guess earlier. We know there's no E though. I want to do raspy. Let's give that a try. Okay, yeah, this clue only gave us greens. I keep forgetting to explain the rows because I recognize the symbols. So we know R is not first, we know S is not in the middle. We don't know anything about APY other than they're not in these spots. They could be in the word. We're going to get symbol coloring here. So I'm thinking about pricey. Now, it doesn't have an S in it, though. I bet I could incorporate the S somehow. Maybe I don't need to use the P again yet. Crisp? I just said I don't want to use the P again, but maybe crisp is good. Let's give that a try. Yes, crisp was good, because RIS are now placed. This is going to lie to us, but maybe we can figure out the answer. It doesn't end in double S, because we know this is yellow. So, what's our last letter? It's not a Y? That's good that we tested Y at the end here. Basically, it's extremely unlikely for there to be a Y if it's not at the end of the word. It's not double S, it's not a Y. What is it then? Oh, is it prism? No, we know there's no P now. That's good. This would have been blue if the P were here. Prism would have been a great guess, though, earlier. Okay, not Q, W, R, I, A. I'm going to assume it's not a vowel at this point. Not D, F, G, A, H. What ends with R-I-S-H? Ooh, or K. Brisk. Got it. All right. That's a good word, brisk. All right. Not too bad. We didn't get held up too much by the twists today, so that was good. Let's do the blind fusel. We're starting with only greens, so I'm going to do melee, which, if there's an E, will hopefully place it. All right, so unfortunately it didn't. Here we have to repeat a letter. So if I do every, it'll test the other 2 spots for E. I don't mind that too much, because I have to repeat a letter anyway. And there we go, it did place an E. Wow, yeah, melee missed it. Unfortunate. Eerie would have hit it, but that's okay. Well, there's no V, E, there's not a second E, there's no V, R, Y. It starts with E, though. Well, we know it's not MC. Let's see. Epic? Okay, there was one lie here, and it's not the E, so we actually do have one of these letters. Oh, I have to use an X and an E here? Wonderful. I pretty much have to start with E, don't I? Excel looks like probably the only word possible. So there we go. Okay, so we know this C was a lie. We don't know if it's here or not, but we know it's not here. Oh boy, okay. We're going to have alphabetical clues here. So unless we're guessing the word, which I don't think we are, I think it's better to... I mean, this one we can do anything we want. So I'm going to look at sus. U here is actually not bad because it incorporates the S and the T. It's actually kind of nice to know it's not EX word, to be honest. This letter, S is pretty good. U is pretty good. S is pretty good. All right, we'll just do sus. Actually, the other option is to find where the C goes. So if I did something like daddy, the Y at the end's not great. Dada? No, unfortunate. I could do daddy, though. If I do daddy, then this will tell me where the C goes. I don't know if that's the best option, but I'm gonna try it. It sounds fun. Okay, so yeah, obviously this first letter was an E because we knew it would be. This could be the C, but this could be the C also. Darn it. So we didn't even place the C. We're getting close to the end here. So this second letter is a B, C, or D. Could it be edict? Absolutely could be edict. We're getting symbol clues here. It was edict. Nice. Wow, so that actually helped a lot. This daddy, that helps so much. Just trying to find the C. Nice. I didn't think it would work out as well as it did, so that's great. All right, well, those are the games for today. Hope you enjoyed them. If you did, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below. I really like seeing your comments. Lets me know that you're enjoying the content. So even if you just comment nice or something like that, I really appreciate it. So thank you, everybody, and I'll see you next time.